Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Tiger, the Tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the assault team on Steps Assault under the command of P9S. Well, I think I can see what he did there with his name. It's kind of rude actually, but yeah, P9S. Yes, he's actually calling himself that. Well, anyway, you can see that he's got a muzzle brake at the end of the howitzer, and that means this is the 17cm howitzer. It's capable of doing 750 alpha, 44 millimeters pen, 8.5 meters burst radius. And he's already aiming towards the enemy, but none are in sight. Well, the first one comes into sight. It's a Batchat 25T AP, Tier 9 game, Tier 8 tanks in it. Rounds out. Well, he gets some stun. In fact, he's getting a lot of stun already. Just under 1,000 already. Oh, it's getting more. 1,500 stun already and 1,600. So he got the entire hit points of that Batchat 25T AP merely by stunning him. And his teammates then did the work. And he's picked up 1,600. So that's worth 800. Because remember, half of the hit points will go to him as actual value. Okay, he's stunned the TNH. 105, 1,000, and he's already receiving stun assist off that one as well. In fact, you're going to see a rather unusual result. Now, although I haven't actually seen the battle, I have certainly seen the results of this battle, and they are quite unusual, to say the least. Next target, CS53. Well, that's a definite hit for 224, and that guy's now running, but he's stunned already, and he's already picking up stun assist on them, masses of it. He's up to 3,103 stun assist, and the CS53, 63 rather, no, so 53 has already died. So 2 tanks have died, and he's picked up nearly 3k of, well, more than 3k, 3,103 stun assist. Only 224 actual damage caused by him. Next target is a Barask up in the hills, rounds out on him, he dies before the shell arrives. Now the standard reload of the stock gun, which is the 17cm is 29.72 seconds, but we know that P9S has actually managed to make his reload time a lot quicker. He is using premium consumables. That certainly speeds up the reload. We'll find out what his reload time is now. 24.63. So he's actually saved himself 5 seconds, but he's looking around for another target to stun. He's found one. It's a Scorpion. Now that's the Tier 8 Scorpion, but he goes for the Borsig instead. And he misses out. Just gets stun on that guy. Now, the Scorpion that he was aiming at previously is now starting to take fire. So maybe he missed out on getting stun assist on this one, but he's marked the target to say that's what I'm going for. Okay, he's loaded, and the target was destroyed before he could shoot. Okay, this time round he's going for the enemy Arty, which is another GW Tiger. It's difficult to get a direct hit though, because he's actually in the shadow of that rock, and it overshoots, but I think it did stun the GW. Around for the next target. Oh, he's getting stun assist, the GW Tiger, and that target is now gone. So he got an extra 500 stun assist off the enemy Arty, and he doesn't have to worry about counter battery now. Okay, he's going for this target. A Leopard prototype rounds out, and again he stunned the target, but the target's now taking fire, and he picks up another 758 stun assist. So his total is now nearly 4,500 stun assist alone from this battle. Very little actual damage. There are only 6 enemies left in the game. He's looking around for the next target. He's found it. T54E1 rounds out. Well, he fired, and you can see that he actually did get some stun assist, so he must have stunned that target. And I think he's moving to try and get closer to the enemy, because the enemy is basically down to just 2 left. an ELC M90 and an AT15. Now it's just the ELC left, and he doesn't know where the ELC is. I think he's guessing. Oh, there he is. He's in the bushes. Oh, direct hit! And he gets wiped out immediately afterwards, and they win within less than, well, just 5 minutes of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker game for P9S in the GW Tiger. An astonishing result, considering he only actually got a direct hit on 2 enemy vehicles. He got a Bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, it's only showing 3, but he must have got 5 to get the Bruiser. And yes, his win rate was very low, 912, which is actually testament to the fact that he didn't do much actual damage himself. In fact, the only 2 tanks he actually struck in the entire game were the CS53, which he hit for a direct hit for 224, and the ELC M90, and that was a snapshot, which got a direct hit and a high roll on a penetrating shot for 840 off the ELC. Remember, the alpha is 750, so he got a high roll by getting at least 90 over the average. Well, let's have a look at the team score and see how he managed to get an ace tanker. Well, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage in the game, not by a long chalk, because that went to the Brask on our team. Got a tank sniper, not a high caliber, didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool. He picked up 3,448 hit points of damage. The Skoda picked up 2,036, and the A Phase 1 got 1,921. Whilst we can see down here, P9S managed to get 1,064. When it came to kills, it was the Brask who did the best with 4 kills. 2 kills went to the Skoda, the A Phase 1, the SU-130PM, and the E75. And I'm afraid no kills at all for P9S. But when it came to base XP, just look at this. The Barras picked up 1,394 for his basically highest damage. 1,222 went to P9S, and 1,043 went to the other Barask on the team. And they were the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. So how did he get such a high base XP? Well, you're about to find out. Let's have a look at the team detail. He only fired 9 shots in the entire game. 9 shots of the stock gun. 2 direct hits. 1 penetrating shot, that was the ELC. 7 splash. Damage of 1,064 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 3 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he managed to get 4,779 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. Just 8 stuns was enough to earn him an ace tanker. On the credit side, on a premium account, he actually took away 121,588 credits for a 5-minute game. And that's the amount of time, that's the amount of credits you would get off a frontline game if you actually got general rank. So it just goes to show, which is the better to play, a standard game or frontline? Yeah, I think a standard game beats frontline every time if you can do this. 5,499 experience points out of that game as well. Well, it was ×2, but he did get a personal reserve bonus as well. But really, the fact that he got such a high score is entirely down to the fact that he got stun assist. He stunned enemy tanks that were actually in sight of his teammates. And when he did that, his teammates then went to work very, very quickly to destroy those targets. And he picked up all the benefit. In fact, it looks to me like he deliberately aimed not to get a direct hit on the target, with the exception of the CS53. He actually aimed to stun these tanks, and then picked up the benefit from the stun assist once he'd stunned them. The only difference was the ELC M90, who he didn't actually try to stun. He tried to kill that guy quickly, because he knew that if he didn't get the shot in, somebody else would, and they would collect all the hit points instead. But the ELC's got no armor, so a 17cm shell hitting a tank with no armor, yes, it's going to carve straight through him. And it was a very lucky shot, very good shot, reasonably close range, and he didn't dial in, and he was very, very lucky to get such a good result. But it's a stupendous result when you consider he gets an ace tanker for virtually no actual damage at all in the game, virtually all stun assist. So it proves that stun assist is essential if you want to get a good ranking. So if you're after a ace tanker mastery, That's what you need to do. You need to stun the enemy, but they've got to be enemy in sight of your teammates, who your teammates can then shoot. And then you get a good result like this. I hope you enjoyed that replay. It was quite an astonishing find for me because this guy did not send this replay in to me. I found it on my own accord. And I was shocked when I saw it because I realized what he'd actually done. And it just goes to show how important assist is in this game, rather than actual damage that you can do. Although actual damage is rather nice because it does get you medals, but stun assist gets you the masteries and of course the XP. So yes, that does help. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.